What's happening? John Denton here with another reaction. Gonna do all the XXL ciphers in one video and then rate the freestyles top to bottom. It's a pretty simple video. We're gonna start with Apology, Jack Harlow, Little Keyed one. See how that one goes. Subscribe if you're new. Let me know which one you thought was the best, I guess. Let's do it.
Ooh. I'm that man, I can't trip cause it's way off brand. I had plans for the playoffs, damn. City used to hate, but I made y'all fans. Oh man, I hit them both ways. Ain't y'all friends? She know how to cook and take off pants. Flow relaxed, but I ain't on Zan. I'm teed up.
I think Jack Harlow's gonna have an advantage because he's the type of rapper anyway that fits well onto this type of thing.
If you got an issue, then say something. Used to do shows, I ain't make nothing. Now I got bread, but I ain't content. Y'all so street, now I ain't convinced. That's just something that you came up with. I just want some.
What's with the half tuck though? Nathan Drake style.
But it's gotten scary. For the game up, I'm popping cherries. At the mall, they stopping staring. I got birds, but they not canaries. Can you talk to them?
Slick. How about the jack or a cat? I'm going crazy. I get lazy.
Jesus Christ. Listen, I was on your side, Lil Keyed, when it came to the individual one with no beat, but for fuck's sake. So Jack Harlow, I think he was alright. There was no real massive bars in there, nothing that I caught anyway, but it did an alright job. Solid.
Bear shirt, bump and grade. Nigga play with XXL like me get sprayed. Version I carry got a chop woo woo. Seals on the paints on the rest woo woo. Slime poke. Yeah. Keep talk to him.
When he got into his flow, it was alright there for a second, but it also sounded like someone had a gun to his head and said, you have to do this.
I'm paying for it, bitch. I put in blood, sweat, and tears, and I ran for it. Trapping just to make a way, got stuck up in that jam for it. Bag of chip died, no, I couldn't put out my hand for it. Now I'm that nigga in my city and yours. I'm so quick to put them in a place like a landlord. They gon' kill what you.
Quick to put him in a place like the landlord. Nice. Cut a beat out as well. Always, it's a risky move, isn't it? You want to make a statement, but it could go wrong.
Believe if you don't make a stand for it. Look, I got niggas mad cause I'm blessed and I'm winning. Only if they really knew this was just the beginning. With that weapon he's spinning, Smith & Wesson was spitting. This hot shit'll cook your noodle in less than a minute. Kicking his door and put that salt in his mouth. Third eye's only getting scarier. Damn, a new disease drop causing mass hysteria.
It's really good. I mean, he's really spitting some facts. Telling you about who he is, telling you what he's about. Without the beat, fair enough. Fair play, Polly G.
It's always some bullshit. Welcome to America, nigga.
Okay, notes are taken.
Grew up around the killing and all the dealing and all the drilling. I just be putting my heart in all of my songs. I make sure y'all niggas feel it. That nigga, he.
It's a hell of a coat. Looks like something Edge would wear 10 years ago in wrestling.
Keep talk to him.
Slick.
Don't need no mouse hole in my face. Run for the J so much next time I see him, I might dump this cake. Slap on the.
So, I mean, this is similar to Apologies is not quite as good, and obviously there's a beat, right? And there's definitely a trend at the moment, isn't there? I think we're moving away from the really no ability, no effort, clout rapper. The trend is moving away from that and into this kind of like emotional, sort of like emo trap, maybe you want to call it. Polo G, Emily Chopper, Lil TJ.
They gave me probation, but a nigga prayed I beat that case. Give me the blunt and you know I'ma face it. Eyes real low and I look like an Asian.
I had to push it to start it. I had to grind for it. Bang out with bears and lines for it. Put in a little overtime for it. That's why I feel like I shine for it.
Okay, again, another artist that's sounding similar. Is this definitely the wave? Okay, it's called Rod Wave. This is definitely the wave right now. I'm not going, it's not bar heavy, there's not punchline heavy. None of these artists are really delivering like double entendres or anything to make you really stop and shout. But compared to what we were hearing a couple of years ago when people were barely even rapping, this is definitely an improvement.
Brand new coupe go too fast. New back end ran through that. Nigga trying to see how he do that. Remember I was broke, I ain't had nothing. Kicked out of the house, living with my cousin. Push backwards. I remember, nigga, all them cold Decembers, nigga. I can't believe that I'm finally winning, nigga.
Yeah. I'm here for the moment. Don't like to go for the source of a poet. Pause, young nigga.
Sorry, We've got to shout out this dog straight away. And what is she wearing?
But if I'm being honest, I promise if I'ma do it, I'd rather slow down. Listen, children gather around, look. Do I have a story to tell about glory? A nigga defeating the odds. Got used to a budget, but now I say fuck it in stores. I don't care what it costs.
She just sounds a bit more like what I would class as a rapper, as a spitter. Somebody who's using the flow and cadence and the syntax to make music around the beat as well.
To roll in the blunt with the leads. When they put my name on the board, make sure it's a permitted ink. Look, I've been on my grind since midnight. Made the game my child, no midwife. Got on the floor, give him more, guaranteed to get the peer height.
Okay, I thought that she was possibly the best so far. I'm gonna have to think about it in my ultimate ratings.
Ain't go away. Guess I'm a real nigga from the start. I guess I was trained this way, The order more, I got it rose. Like feel the gods, feel my gods. I don't feel gods. Just try to.
I just feel like he's not quite on the level of Polo G or an early Chopper or even probably Rod Wave in this cipher. He's saying similar things but without, doesn't have quite the same delivery, doesn't have quite the same confidence.
Viral.
Ooh, yeah, viral. Yeah.
Growing up, my favorite rapper was Gucci. I feel like they say it all. I got a bag and paid for my sister's tuition. I paid it off. I'm a boss, so my ex nigga laid them off. If I rap it, I wrote it, I made the calls. Who else do you know that came from a TV show, turned on the deal and still taking off? Real good, a bitch, I'm from Clayco. Birkin so big, fit the Draco. Bitch better find her somebody to play with, or I get a tut like some Play-Doh.
Better find somebody to play with or something with Play-Doh. I didn't quite catch it. She's switching on flow pattern straight away. Also, I like a bit of the interaction that's going on here. Should have this, everybody in the room should have that kind of energy, that back and forth a little bit.
Show turned on the deal and still taking off. Real good, a bitch, I'm from Clayco. Birkin so big, fit the Draco. Bitch better find her somebody to play with, or I get a tut like some Play-Doh. I make him slurp me Alfredo. He eat me out in a raincoat.
Alfredo, salute me Alfredo. It's funny. Actually, here we go. Punchlines, double entendres.
Like lean, I put him to sleep. He say, yo, shit cut with that K-roll. I don't gotta rap about sex, but this shit way too good not to brag on. I ain't even fuck a rap nigga yet, but if I be on want to, then I ain't gon' pass on. Yeah, bitch, I get my Mac on. He ain't tricking, I skip him like bad songs. 69 on Takashi. Different since he been, I go tell nobody. I was just watching this type of that shit.
Might have been the best, you know. I think that was probably the best so far.
Quarantine over the FaceTime. She wanna rock, I wanna roll. Overseas over the dateline. Hey, hot niggas is talking a lot.
There's no doubt about the fact that this kid has got the look and he's got a great quality of sound to his voice. He's not said anything yet, but I do think it helps that there's the chemistry going on in this one that there wasn't in the other ones. That's just making everything feel a bit more alive.
I got a mop to clean up the mess that they made on my way to the tippity top. Tippity bop, supercalifragilistic, expedition spin off the block. Got your girl tick, talking to my shit. I see Fabi in the cut, woo, walking in this bitch. I see Cal getting wild, see the style too legit. And mulatto, she a queen, put a crown on their head. Hey.
This is good too. This is good too. The fact he called everybody else out and made it feel real, made it feel like it just wasn't like a verse taken from an existing song. I learned more about 24K Golden in this little snippet, this little cipher here, than I have before. And I think that's the exact thing that should be happening.
Shoot it. Whatever he laying his sights on, they gotta turn up the mic songs. Big flex, right arm, big flex, right arm. I got different type of Nikes on, and not on a liar. And I don't get tired. I got hitmans for sale.
It's a funny one for, I call it Fivio for a 5-yo, right? Sorry. Typically rapping on drill beats, so the sound's a bit different. So he's still kind of keeping that drill flow pattern. So it's not working quite as well. But again, everybody's ad-libbing for him stuff, just giving it that different energy.
Not on ya, you fucked up, you fuck me. That is not karma. Look, I put the Glocks on you, send shots, those is not warnings. I am the top performer, state to state, and I was not touring. Look, I sit in the
He's actually picked it up quite a lot, to be fair.
seat, look, and I catch it if she throw it to me. They falling asleep.
Hey, no, I'm not talking about polo, but niggas be capping a lot. Hey, I got a rap with that Nina, cause niggas be yapping a lot. Hey, I got some aim with that glizzy. I blow his little cap off his top. For real. I got some boys just locked down in the cage.
Fucking love his jacket, man. His coat so much. It's so good.
With my demon shorty, I've been feeling bitter. I had problems with my feelings, shorty. I ain't feeling bitter. Fell in love, this bitch just tried to dog me like a kennel.
Yeah, I didn't love that again, but he's still rapping. You know, he's still telling a story. He's still speaking his truth. Alright. Okay, they were pretty enjoyable all the way through. There was nothing that truly blew me away. But I'm going to give my rankings now. from the special notebook. Bottom's little keyed. Sorry, mate. You know, I had your back in the individual cipher there. Sorry, the individual freestyle, but I can't get on board with it. Next, I had little TJ, too similar to the other artists that were making similar types of music and not having the confidence or presence. Probably didn't help that he came after those ones, but still. Cool boy in the best cipher overall, but with the weakest element of that cipher. Okay, now we've got a few. I've given a few 6 out of 10 here. Actually, I'm going to change one. So we've got 5EO, Rod Wave, and NLE Chopper. Next up was NLE Chopper. I don't know what number this is. I've forgotten. I gave him a 6. Then I'm going to go 5EO with a 6, and I'll go Rod Wave with a 6 because I just like the sound of Rod Wave's voice a little bit better. Neither of those guys absolutely nailed their ciphers. Actually, no, I'll take that back. Do you know what? I'm changing my mind. I'm putting 5EO above Rod Wave because of the energy that he brought to other people's freestyles and the fact he was ad-libbing for other people. It gave that whole video a lot more energy, all right? Next then, I'm going to go Jack Harlow. I thought he did a solid job, but I think he's capable of more. I think he's capable of slicker bars. I think he's capable of cleverer bars, but he did a nice job. It was a good beat for him. It was a good style for him, and it worked. He also had the difficulty of going first, so a solid 7 for him. And then 7 for 24K Golden, which gave, that was a surprise to be honest. I didn't really know what type of musician he was. I thought he was more of a singer, but yeah, he was spitting some bars. The freestyle felt fresh, because he was speaking literally about the other people in the room. Not saying it was off the top, but at the same time it gave it that energy. He was also ad-libbing for other people, and he just seemed to have a lot of star quality. Still a 7 out of 10, but I'll pop him above Jack Harlow. And then we're into the top 2 now, top 3. I'm going to go next up for Chica, who I gave a 7 as well. What she was saying just had a little bit more wit to it than some of the other artists, and she sounded a little bit more like the type of rap that I'd typically go and seek out if I was just going to listen to the artist. Holo G, who surprised me with the energy he brought when the beat dropped. It's always a risk to do something like that, but he definitely spoke his truth. He definitely showed that he can absolutely rap. The fact that he managed to still maintain the beat despite there not being a beat there, do you know what I mean? It didn't like slip off and sound something else. He kept that energy up, and he came away for me from that sounding like the guy in that lane, this emo trap lane, with the most potential, the most promise, the best of the bunch, to be honest. And then number 1, I'm going to give it to Mulatto, an artist that I'd never heard before. She was funny, there were bars, double entendres, triple entendres, punchlines, nailed it, presence, everything, and then it had the benefit of being in the cipher where that had the most energy. So yeah, well done to her. If from my official rankings that I scribbled in this book just now, Mulatto, an artist I hadn't heard of before, she wins. So awesome stuff. Yeah, enjoyable overall though. So let me know who you thought was the best, who was the worst, whatever. I do think, like I said, we're in a slightly better position in the rap game than we were a few years ago. It's not necessarily, the emo trap stuff isn't necessarily my favourite. You know me, I'm a breaks, beats and bars guy ultimately. But at the same time, compared to the clout rap era, especially with 6ix9ine's album Tanking, relatively speaking, I think that era may be coming to an end. It's sort of burnt brightly and fizzled out, sort of in the time I've been reacting to music, basically. Maybe slightly longer than that. So, and now we're moving into, you know, people actually speaking their truth a bit more, which I think is important. Guys, that's it. Let me know your thoughts. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll catch you on the next one. Right, peace.